Hey, what's up? I'm Dylan from Stupid Raisins, and this is how to use Blockbuster Pop. You can find Blockbuster Pop in the title browser in Final Cut Pro. Click on this button right here, and then scroll down to the Blockbuster Pop category. And you'll see all of the templates right here in the title browser. You can preview them by skimming your mouse over a thumbnail, like so. Blockbuster Pop uses special fonts in order to get the design just right and look like the movie title. I put together a list of the required fonts, and you can get that on the user guide/help page. Let's test out this Toy Story plugin. I'll just drag and drop it onto my timeline. I can change the duration by clicking and dragging on the beginning or end to shorten it or to make it longer. I can also select it and press Ctrl D, and it'll bring up the duration time code. Let's enter a new one. We'll enter 500 for 5 seconds and press enter. I can change the text on screen. Just double click on the text to select it and enter your new text. I can also click on some text and it will open up the text inspector over here. If the inspector isn't open, click on this button right here that has 3 sliders. Then I can select the text here and change it. Our game. In just a little bit, I'll show you even a faster way to change the text. In the text inspector, I can also change things like the font, the size, and if we scroll down here under 3D text, we can change the color. But there's an easier way to do all of that, and I've put them all together in one place. I'll show you in just a second. You'll notice in the viewer there's some on-screen controls. When I select a text box, I can move it around in position, but there's also these special 3D controls here. You'll see a green arrow pointing up. That means I can click and drag that up to move the text in the Y position, or the red moves it in the X direction. And then this little blue dot right here moves it away from the camera or closer to the camera. These 3 circles allow me to rotate it. Click on this top one, and I can rotate towards the camera. This allows me to rotate in the Z space, and then this one rotates on the Y axis. Let's take a look at the title inspector. Click on this square with the T in it, and we have a bunch of parameters published that allow you to customize the look of the title. We can turn on and off the build in and out animation so that it just shows up on screen. We can also adjust the shape here, this red shape. We can change the size of it to make it bigger. We can change the color of the box. And we can even turn the opacity down so it's kind of see-through. Here's where it's easier to change the text. Right here I can change the color, the text. I can also change the font and the size. Let's update the color. Let's try these purple combinations here. And then I can quickly update the text in this text box. I can change the font as well. And I can change the font size. Tracking will move the letters closer and further apart. And down here we can change our background. Or we can turn them completely off with the opacity slider. We can change the color of the background, or we can turn off the background with this opacity slider. One quick way to set your colors is to drag and drop it from these color swatches. So I'll drag and drop this color down here, and then this second one, and we can match the colors in the 4. And then let's match this dark purple here in the middle. The control parameters change the position of the title. We can rotate the title all together at once, and we can change the size of it with scale. So that's how to use Blockbuster Pop. If you have any questions, email me at raisinhater@stupidraisins.com. Happy editing!